Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, church on Sundays, knew about the fraud for at least a year. He's done nothing about it. And he knows about the rapist pedophile, Peter Nygard. He's done nothing about it. And he's on the board of directors of a Christian girls' school. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
The devil with blue eyes is what I call him. He asked me if I was interested in modeling for him.
This guy is like probably the biggest mass rapist in maybe North American history. I'm talking about Canada, U.S. Apparently he's raped like about 100 girls. Some of them are underage, as young as 10 years old. And by the way, Peter Nygard, apparently, from what we see here, is a very good friend of Richard Carlton. That's the CEO of the Canadian Scam Exchange, aka Canadian Securities Exchange, the worst failing stock exchange on the planet. What do you think of that face? Would you give money to this man? Would you trust this man with your money? That is Brendan Caldwell, who owns about 50% of the Canadian Scam Exchange. That's right. This guy who looks like a drug addict, I mean, that strong guy, he looks like a meth head or something. I don't know. This is not the look you want to have when you are managing people's money. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. He said he looks like he's, he says he's, what does he say? He is, background. He's an honorary lieutenant colonel of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada. I guess it's some sort of, he's a member of the Church of the Messiah. So, okay, so he goes to the Church of the Messiah. Guys, if you go to the Church of the Messiah in Toronto, let me know. Comment below if you're a member of the Church of the Messiah and you've ran into Brendan Caldwell, because what you're going to hear is shocking, okay? What I'm going to share with you is absolutely shocking about this guy. So he goes to the Church of Messiah on Sundays, okay, the Institute of Evangelism at Wycliffe College, Corporation of Trinity College. So these are all Christian, sound like very Christian type of schools. Upper Canada College of 1829, the Board of Trustees of the Bishop Strachan School, and the Cabinet for Neshama Playground. Bishop Strachan School, I actually Googled this the other day. That is a girls' school. That's a girls' school. This guy, that guy, Brendan Caldwell, who's a 50% owner of the Canadian Scam Exchange through his daddy, him and his daddy, that's Tom Caldwell. Him and his daddy, Tom Caldwell, Brendan Caldwell, own half the Canadian Scam Exchange through, their network of companies or whatever, right? Pretty much, maybe it's whatever, Urbana, it's a whole thing. We're going to do another video exclusively on that, but this guy basically controls the Canada Scam Exchange. Him and his daddy pull the strings. He was a director. I think he moved to a different, these guys are constantly shuffling. So this guy, Mr. Christian, Mr. Big Christian over there, this big Christian who goes to Church of the Messiah, he's on the board of directors of a girls' school. He knew about the rapist, Peter Nygard, okay? He knows about Peter Nygard and Tricky Dick Carlton. Why does he know? How does he know? Because I told him, I emailed these people. I emailed them, I said, why is your CEO hanging out with a rapist and pedophile? And by the way, your CEO committed multiple acts of fraud. He's under investigation. Okay, we brought it to the regulators' attention. Him and Mark Faulkner, there's a whole cabal of these sodomites, I'm calling them, okay? They get like this cabal of sodomites who are, what do I call them, sodomites? In case you don't know, Sodom and Gomorrah, if you read your Bible, the real reason it was destroyed by God was not so much the homosexuality, the bestiality, the incest. That was part of it. The real thing that got them, perversion of justice, dishonest, corrupt courts. That is it. Okay, you read the commentary. That is what got them. That's what destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why I'm calling these guys sodomites. Okay, these are a cabal of sodomites. They're worse than sodomites because they are running they've literally perverted justice. They've raped 4,000 shareholders of New World Solution and countless other victims. So this guy, okay, this Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, church on Sundays, knew about the fraud for at least a year. He's done nothing about it. And he knows about the rapist pedophile Peter Nygard. He's done nothing about it. And he's on the board of directors of a Christian girls' school. How dare you? How dare you, sir? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit riled up. I don't know. What do you guys think? You comment below if you think this is a utter hypocrisy by these Canadian. By the way, this is all a crony network. They're all in bed together. But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. There's more. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you a link right here. Show you how crooked this pig is. Not only is he involved with the rapists and pedophiles, he's raping his own investors. That's right. The CEO that he's got, that's Tricky Dick Caldwell. Tricky Dick Caldwell is raping investors. Mark Faulkner is raping shareholders. This guy himself is involved with financial rape of his own clients that he has a fiduciary duty to. That's right. It's not me saying it. It's not me saying it. It's the Ontario Securities Commission. He was fined violating trade execution rule. $2 million, actually. $2 million. What happened? What happened? So again, the Ontario Securities Commission, that's like the Securities Exchange in the U.S., immediate release, approved a settlement agreement. Okay, settlement agreement. Caldwell Investment Management in connection with failure to comply with best execution obligation, which requires dealers and advisors to execute trades for clients on the most advantageous terms reasonably available under the circumstance. What does it mean? What does it mean? Let me explain to you in plain English what it means. It means if you're a stockbroker, you're managing money, you have a fiduciary responsibility, or you're a money manager. This is a money manager. He's a money manager. He's got fiduciary responsibility. Again, you're giving this guy, $100,000 of your hard-earned savings. You're giving him $100 grand and saying, look, I'm expecting that you're going to get the trades executed at the best deal for me, at the lowest price. You're going to buy at the lowest price. You're going to sell at the highest price on whatever trading platform at the best and lowest commissions. That's your fiduciary responsibility. Unless it's agreed to otherwise. What this scumbag did, instead of getting best execution for his clients, elsewhere, he ran the trades through his own brokerage firm so he can steal extra money. That's right. This is a greedy pig who goes to church on Sundays. Okay, he's a holy roller at the Holy Messiah Church in Toronto. He goes to the church on Sundays. The Bishop Strachan, girls' school board of trustees. He goes there on Sundays, holy roller, and all about Jesus. What does he do? He picks the pockets of his own clients Monday through Friday, and on Sunday he goes to church. And because he's got faith, everything's forgiven. I think all you need is a little faith, as George Michael said, right? That's what the complaint. That's what he got sued for. And so it's $1.8 million he was fined, and he had to pay $250,000 towards the cost of the investigation imposed. Okay. So basically, here's what happened. In settling this matter, CIM admits over an almost 4-year period, it failed to provide best execution of equity and bond trades for its clients by directing most of its clients' trades through Caldwell Securities Limited, its own related investment dealer. When in many cases, that's right, independent brokers, independent dealers offered better commission rates and bond spreads. Okay? That's what he did. Caldwell also admitted that it had inadequate policies and procedures relating to best execution, made misleading statements in the annual information forms for its 2 mutual funds. So he is raping his mutual fund investors. He made misleading statements. It's not me saying it, it's the Ontario Securities Commission. This guy is threatening to sue me for defamation. How dare you, sir? You're hanging out with rapists, or actually your employees hanging out with rapists. You're brushing under the rug. You're doing a hush-hush cover-up. You know all about the fraud. We brought fraud to your attention 18 months ago. You've done nothing about it. Okay, you fake Christian. How dare you hanging out at the Church of the Messiah? If you guys are members there, let me know. Comment below, and we should be picketing there on Easter Sunday. We're going to be there demonstrating. What a fraud this guy is. What a fraud. Anyway, the article goes on. The article goes on. Anyway, look. So that is Brendan Caldwell. Let's pull up Brendan again so you can see his face. There's that face. Okay, there is Brendan Caldwell, and he knew all about all the scams going on there. All right, we're going to